Behold the GCAR15 from Guncraft 22 Magnum or 22wmr. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD and here it is, the Gen 2 you have seen on this channel, the Gen 1 that came out, a couple of years ago? It's got to be a couple of years now. God, time flies, especially with COVID. It's just a nightmare. But yes, this is the Gen 2. Now, let me sort of throw out some specs about this particular gun. This thing is serious fun, let me tell you. It is serious fun. So, spec-wise, first of all, it is a border barrel, okay? They are available in 12-inch, 14-inch, 16-inch and 18-inch. Medium weight profile, all have a 1 in 14 twist. Caliber, like I said, is in 22wmr or 22 Magnum. 70-75 T6 aluminium upper and lower receivers that are made in the UK, let me tell you. Integral M1913 Picatinny rail, pretty much standard. 6-position collapsible stock, just your standard AR15. Same with the pistol grip. You get one 13-round magazine that is supplied with the rifle. These have, I'll talk about them in a bit more detail in a minute. The 12-inch M-Lock free-floating handguard is absolutely awesome, by the way. Again, available in 14, 16 and 18-inch, and you get an A2 muzzle brake. The thread on that is 1/2 by 28 UNEF, when I can say it. 1/2 by 28 UNEF. And that is pretty much your specs. I've not got a weight on this thing. I'll throw that in the details of the video. If you are interested, which I'm pretty sure you are, but this rifle is wearing a Vulcan Tactical red dot sight with a magnifier, okay? So I've got to be honest, magnifiers for red dots aren't really my thing, if I'm honest. I can never really sort of get on with them. I'd rather have something like, you know, like a Strike Eagle, that sort of thing, that'll double as a red dot and or a scope. You know, you can use it on 0 mag as a red dot, but if you need to crank up some magnification, you can just quickly crank it up to like 6 or 8 power, depending on what spec of scope you have. But I guess this probably keeps it a little bit lighter weight. I don't know. I mean, you'd have to weigh. Obviously, I've not weighed the particular magnifier and sight compared to something like a Strike Eagle, but hey ho, it is what it is. Right, first of all, let's talk about the magazines. Now, to start with, and I've known Rob, who makes these particular rifles. I've known him for quite a while now, and back in the early days when he bought out the Gen 1, we had a bit of a play with that. We bought a few of them up here to where I am here in the UK, and we sort of ran them pretty hard. And the only little issues we were having, because the 22 Magnum round is a lot longer than a normal 22 rimfire, normal 22 LR, the only little problems that you were having, or that we were having, and a lot of semi-automatic 22wmrs seem to have, is not with the rifle, it's more with the magazine. And it's because it's a long round, it sort of gets caught up. I'm not going to go too scientific, you know me guys, I don't go scientific full stop, or technical for that matter. But I don't know, there was a problem with the magazines. It was every so often they were getting caught up. They did rectify this with the Gen 2, and I believe he rectified and updated the magazines by just adding on this part. I think it's like a 3D printed part. I think MagLoad had a lot to do with that, producing that add-on to the magazine, and that instantly cured it. So instantly cured by just sort of upgrading the feed lips on the magazines. So these are Black Dog magazines, just in case you were wondering. 13 rounders. Yeah, it'd be nice to get higher capacity ones, but I mean, it doesn't look out of place, does it? It's not sort of too short. I know everyone wants a big long AR high capacity, or should I say normal capacity magazine, but that's what you can get at the minute. I'm sure there will be higher capacity ones available at a later date. Polymer in construction, they seem decent, they seem hard wearing, built to last. I mean, polymer these days, you know, it's pretty tough, isn't it? I think you can strip these down to maintain them, which is good. I think you just push that bit out there and it all falls apart. No, I am not going to demonstrate on camera, but you can strip them down if you need to, if you've got them full of sand, if you're shooting, I don't know, wherever you're shooting. No chance of that in the UK. It's more like, at the minute, it's probably the only thing you need to get it full of is water. So yeah, that is your magazines. Now, like I said, uppers and lowers are produced here in the UK. 7075-T6 aluminium upper and lower receivers. Everything is rock solid. There is no movement on these uppers and lowers. Let me just pull it apart for you. Oh, this is where I can't do it. This is where I'm ill prepared, and this is where I rip my nails off. Let me get one of my gunsmithing tools. Hang on. Here we go. Oh yes, this is a carefully selected gunsmithing tool here. Thanks, Bic. This is where my pen splats and I get ink all over this nice rifle. So, separating the upper from the lower, there is no movement on there, no wiggle. This thing is just rock solid, okay? Absolutely rock solid. Have a look in there. There's your trigger mat, all mil spec, so you can drop in an upgraded trigger if you want. While we've got it open, we're sort of doing this all totally backwards, aren't we? I'll show you the bolt. I've got to put all this back together now on camera. There is the bolt there. Okay. Notice these serrations there. Yeah, it has got a working forward assist, which is pretty awesome. Like any AR, totally upgradable. You know, do you really need to upgrade it? Not really. Hang on, what am I doing here? It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. My reconstruction of this rifle is. Yeah, finally got it back together there. Off camera. Yeah, moving on. So let's take this from the top, because I've sort of gone inside and looked at the guts already. So, pretty bog standard AR15 collapsible stock, 6 position collapsible stock. Would you upgrade it? You guys that like the Magpul stuff, and to be fair, I do as well. Yeah, I'd probably upgrade it. I probably would, you know. All mil spec in dimensions. Like I always say when we mention mil spec, don't get excited. All it is a dimension. It doesn't mean that it's been battle proven. Just because something says mil spec, it's just a measurement. That's all it is. So yeah, pretty standard collapsible standard AR15 stock on this particular rifle. Nothing wrong with it, but like I say, you'd probably upgrade it. T-bar cocking, working dust cover, as you can see, like that. Everything works as it should. Just because this is a rimfire, albeit a 22wmr rimfire, everything works as it should, okay? Last round hold open works perfectly well, okay, as you can see. Really, really cool. Pistol grip, standard. I think it's A2 pistol grip, isn't it? Where you get that. I've got to be honest, yeah, I'd probably upgrade it. But I'm talking upgrades where I shouldn't really be talking upgrades, because we're talking about the rifle as you get it. But guys who get these are gonna tickle them a little bit, because I know what AR guys are like. They're just gonna do it. They're gonna add on all the Gucci stuff. But what you get is really good. Nothing wrong with the pistol grip, nothing wrong with the stock. Works perfectly fine. But like I said, you probably will upgrade it. Everything on this AR is pretty much what you get on a standard AR, which is perfectly fine. But, you know, if you want to give it a tickle, you can. Now, moving on to the controls then. So, standard safety, which is nice and positive. Okay, nothing wrong with that, really good. Working forward assist, like I said, sometimes you may require that if you get your gun dirty. I've used it before on rimfires, believe it or not, on 22LR. Sometimes it does work where, and if you guys don't know what the forward assist is, let me just close the bolt. Imagine, say if you put loads of rounds through your gun and it was starting to get dirty and clogged up, and the round didn't quite go all the way into battery, you sort of got stuck there, then rather than pushing the T-bar, you just give this a whack and it pushes along these serrations, which pushes the round into battery, if that makes sense. Like I said, working dust cover there. Picatinny rail, standard M1913 Picatinny rail. So that is, for you guys, mil spec. So all the stuff will fit on there, not a problem. And the handguard, I've got to say, is absolutely bang on. I really love the handguard. It's pretty minimal. You've got rail where you need it. It's M-LOK compatible. So if you want to add bits of rail on there, you can. If you want to throw some underneath for, say, a bipod, you can. If you just want to keep it clean, which I probably would, depending what application I'd use this rifle for. I don't know. I mean, this rifle might, or probably will, appeal to the guys that do pest control, such as foxing. So it's an ideal semi-automatic for that. It's ideal round as well for foxing. You know, the 22wmr is quite a heavy hitter. Not as accurate as 17HMR, for example, but we can't have a semi-automatic 17HMR here in the UK. But the beauty of the 22wmr is that it is a real capable round, and it comes in all sorts of different flavors. You know, you get ballistic tipped, hollow points, all sorts, you know, copper jacketed ones. Really, you know, the world's pretty much your oyster. A2 muzzle brake on the end there, which looks cool. Totally cool. Like I said, it is threaded, 1/2 inch by 28 UNEF, so you could, if you wanted to, throw a mod on it, which if you was using this for pest control, you probably would. I love the heavy profile barrel, really love that. So you just see it through the handguard. Really nice. And then flipping it around, there's your mag release, if I didn't already tell you. Mags do drop out pretty freely, actually. So let's just press the mag release. Yeah, they drop straight out. So if you was using this for sort of competition work or something like that, then that's a cool option. So you'd probably have to get more magazines. And I guess that's probably where higher capacity magazines would probably benefit you more, but I'm sure they are to come. There is your bolt release there and your bolt hold open. So pretty standard AR15. Looking down the mag well, I'll just show you down there. You know, all your sort of standard bits and pieces on this Guncraft. Isn't it so cool? I've shown you that side of it. Just a real cool rifle. How did it perform on the range? Well, I was having that much fun, and because I hadn't got a proper optic on it, a proper scope, I didn't really give it an accuracy test, although with this red dot, it was pretty accurate. So I didn't do a paper punch test with this. It wouldn't have been fair, and I didn't have any other scopes available at the time because I was testing quite a lot of stuff at the time. But I was shooting steel plate at 50 meters, my steel gong, just pinging it. All right, I was occasionally missing, but that was me. But I was pinging it and having some serious fun. I did use a selection of ammo. Mostly I was using some old stock that I've got, which is CCI Maxi Mag V. So I was using that. That was pretty cool. That was working well. I used some Aguila, and what else did I use? Used something else. Can't think what it was now. I think it was Hornaday stuff. Would it be? Can't remember. I did use a selection of it. I had a couple of misfeeds, but rimfire, and I think it was getting a little dirty as well. But rimfire is not 100%, so it's, you know, you've got to choose the ammo, and bear in mind it's a brand new rifle as well that needs breaking in a little bit. But no, ran like a dream. Really cool to shoot. The beauty of the 22wmr, if you don't already know, is that this is the most powerful rimfire semi-automatic cartridge you can get in the UK. Okay, yes, you can get straight pulls, but obviously they're not semi-auto. But the WMR you can still get in semi-auto. There's not a lot of people still that aren't aware of it. Why would you opt for a 22wmr? Well, compared to a 22LR, this will reach out a lot further. So this will reach out comfortably 200 meters plus. You know, you probably even reach out, depending how good you are and what sort of optic you're running, and decent ammo, probably to 300. Okay, so it's almost like that go between sort of, you've got 22LR, and then where'd you go from 22LR then? You go centerfire, don't you, I guess, or do you go 17 HMR? But I don't know, it depends what, like I say, it depends what application you're using it. I mean, a lot of people would the next step go 223, I guess, especially in an AR platform. You know, you go straight pull 223. But this is like the nice semi-auto in between, which is really cool. But no, guys, seriously, I am in love with this thing. I love the Gen 1. Yeah, it did have a little bit of a gremlin, but it was resolved with the magazines. Now they run really well, just by curing the little issue with the magazine. The rifle is so well made. It is really rock solid. Like I said, you could, if you wanted to, enhance it even more. I think, like I say, all I'd probably do with it is I'd probably just put a bit more of a more comfortable stock on it, and probably a pistol grip, like I do with all my AR style guns. That's standard. I always do that anyway. But other than that, absolutely bang on. Great bit of kit. Seriously great bit of kit. Shall we give it a trigger pull for you trigger snobs? So let's give it a pull, see what it's doing. Just for, I mean, I don't generally do AR trigger pulls, but we'll give it a whirl, just see what it's doing. Felt all right, the trigger did, to be fair. It's going to be a little heavier being a semi-auto. Oh, just under £6 on the trigger pull. Reset is really nice. I mean, there ain't a lot of play in that trigger, and it just feels so good when you shoot this rifle. Nice, you know, not too much recoil, but a nice bit of felt recoil, and it just feels good. For, you know, we're in the UK, we don't get to shoot semi-auto centerfire rifles anymore. So this is about as good as it gets, guys, for semi-auto, okay? But yeah, check out Guncraft's website. Check them out on Instagram. This thing is a real nice bit of kit. If you want to just reach out a little bit further and take the 22 round, the rimfire round that is, to a little bit further out down range, then this is the thing for you, definitely. And like I said, after that, you've got to sort of go on to like 223 centerfire, something like that. But no, what do you think, guys? The Gen 2, I am so glad they moved away from key mod. I don't think the Gen 1 had key mod, did it? I can't remember now. Maybe I think I'm getting mixed up with the Schmeiser that had key mod. Their Gen 1s had key mod, and then the Gen 2 had, thank God it had M-Lock, but this has got M-Lock. I just love the forend on this thing. It's really, really nice looking. It's pretty lightweight, but just looks awesome. And with that M-Lock capability, just, you know, it ticks all the boxes for me. It really does, really does. What a cool rifle though, guys. Go check out Guncraft's website. Give them a call. I've got a funny feeling these things are going to go like hotcakes. In fact, I think he's got a waiting list already, but get your name down for one. Check out though, I'm not going to give you a price on these things, so just check out because prices just go out of date. So go on Guncraft's website and, you know, get an up-to-date price. But what a cool bit of fun this thing is. A seriously capable semi-automatic AR15 here in the UK that will let you reach out a little bit further in semi-auto. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. That is Rack and Load. Thanks for watching. See ya.